Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo. Nowadays they call me Pablo.
And we locking the doors up, man. If you got keys, man, I don't know how y'all gonna do this. We rocking, man. I don't even care. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Sama. I ain't got no big homie, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Nobody tell me nothing, man. I don't know what y'all be talking about out there, man. I don't know how y'all be living out there, man. Sent to me, and people wanted to know how we felt about this conversation.
How people who shouldn't be able to finish a sentence to finish a fucking sentence, instead of calling them out on the stupid shit they're saying when they're saying it. So somebody's listening to it and think it's not stupid shit because no one's calling them on the stupid shit. You're saying things that make no sense. This woman is right. This woman is right. She's saying, if you have a situation, I have kids out of wedlock. Am I supposed to tout it because I did it? This is what you hear from women. The stupid shit they do, they think that they have to act like it's good because they did it. Women only see a problem in things that other people did, not with what they did. A true parent, that's why fathers make better parents. Because even if you're a father and you know you have a daughter and you love your daughter, you will tell her to watch out for men, including men like you. Because you know it's a problem and you don't want your daughter to go through the same shit you went through. But these women will sit up there and lie to their kids and have their kids actually fighting on playgrounds to act like their mother's virtuous. Your mama a crackhead and a hoe. I will fight somebody because they said that. And when I go home, guess what my mom is? A crackhead and a hoe. So I just fought half the playground over the truth. And this what makes no sense. I don't want my kid anywhere around yours because you're stupid and people keep allowing you to speak because you have a vagina. The only reason that a lot of women are allowed to speak is because some man stands in front of another man to allow that woman to speak. Right. They don't have to actually fight for that freedom to speak. They get told, well, I'm a woman, therefore I'm a queen. Why is it you even want to be around somebody who believes that they have a title based upon what they were born instead of what they've done? What you do makes you something. So when he said, you say, I know you're not a king. He said, I never said I was. The fact that you feel like you need to put a stupid title on your dumb shit lets me know that you don't believe in yourself and you don't have any self-love. Because why would you go around calling yourself, black women love to call themselves boss and all kinds of stupid ass titles. Your name is Mercedes, but you drive a Kia. Your name is, you sit up here just giving your...
Hold on, real quick.
Self-exalting titles because you don't feel good about yourself.
I gotta add the extra information. I was just looking through the comments, and it was said that in most suburban, rural areas, they use different vehicles because of the terrain, and most delivery trucks can't handle that type of terrain. So that's how packages are delivered in rural. I didn't know that. So, yeah.
Adds to my point.
Right. I mean, listen, hey.
That's my point, brother.
That's a fact. Let me shout out everybody in the comments, man. Desi, I see you. Roses, Concrete Jungle, Tracy Sunshine, everybody in there. Derek, I see you. I want to shout out everybody I see real quick. Let's get back to the it's time to Sotomayor joint.
And the majority of you grow up in a household with either men who have slept with you, you have all this trauma, and you think that hiding it on Instagram by acting like you's a boss and an entrepreneur is gonna make it go away. But the reason it hasn't went away is the same reason why you say, oh, I love myself, but I got 2 kids by 2 niggas and ain't now one of them now. So maybe you didn't. So maybe you would stop and say, no, I don't love myself, because if I did, I wouldn't be in this situation twice. How the fuck I'm gonna say I love my car when I rammed that bastard into a building 2 times in a row? Just bam. Oh, it's broken.
But
let me do it again. Bam. What I'm saying, ma'am, step back for a second if you don't mind. Pretending a problem doesn't exist doesn't make you strong. It makes you delusional.
Wow.
Well, my God.
That was a lot of ranting and raving on his part. I don't even know where to begin. Like what are we trying to decipher? What you said, somebody wanted us to comment on that. What was?
Yeah, pretty much. Like on, I guess, his standpoint and his viewpoint.
I mean, a lot of the points he was making, I think he was spot on with. Well, let me just say exactly what I agree with, because he was kind of going 100 miles per hour, so I can't even remember everything that he was saying. But one thing I do agree with is people putting a title without earning it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was very, very real when he's saying, call yourself a queen just because you were born as a woman. Absolutely. Queen is about actions, right? Now, we like to call our women queens because, you know what I'm saying, we come from our lineage, you know, heritage comes from kings and queens, but just to call yourself a boss, or let's even more selective, a queen, just because you were born a gender of a woman, I think is really relevant with that. And there's too many women running around with, I'm a queen, but you acting like a fucking hood rat. You know what I'm saying? You think you're a queen just because you was born a woman. So I kind of agree with him on that aspect. And things, you know, in terms of, you know, acting a certain way, then having your kids, you know, trying to put something else in their head. But when they come home, you're doing the same thing that you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, lead them against. So he had some points. You know what I'm saying? He was going 100 miles per hour, but he definitely had some points. You know what I'm saying? But he had a lot to say, though. You can tell.
Only reason women have a voice is because there's some man who stood up
that
for
let
her.
Them speak. Right, that lets them speak.
That allowed her to have the position to speak.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That sounds kind of misogynistic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Women should definitely have every right to speak as a man should. So I don't really know where he was going at with that one.
No,
but
I understand. I think where he was coming from with that was more or less like, at the end of the day, if it was all out barbaric, most women wouldn't be able to speak. But
right.
because men fought wars to civilize societies,
right,
is the reason why it's common now. Like, a lot of liberties we walk around with are taken for granted here
in America.
Right.
In America,
right?
Places,
but even modern time, period, because you go back a few centuries and things look a lot different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Tommy's one of those guys that, like, I watch him because he's entertaining when he does shit like that. Like, he's a ranter. He does his little rants and shit. But he be speaking his shit.
I know he is.
He be speaking shit. He was like Kevin Samuels 2.0.
Okay.
Like, at the end of the day, he was doing this shit before there was a Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was a fan of his.
Really? Okay.
You feel me? But what Kevin Samuels does is Kevin Samuels makes his shit more palatable, even though it's still hard hitting because it's some shit.
Very hard hitting, right?
But it's more palatable. He dresses it up, where this nigga is calling you a bitch and a hoe.
Right. And he's going 100 miles forever. Kevin Samuels is more laid back with it. I mean, like you said, he's giving you whiplashes, but he's more laid back with it. You know, he's speaking in a more calmer tone, speaking in a slower, you know what I'm saying, slower tone.
Kevin Samuels pretty much speaks the same rhetoric this dude speaks. It's just he's not refined, so to speak.
Right.
Woman threatens to kill judge, police officer on social media.
New at 5, a Noonan woman is under arrest for a live social media post in which she allegedly threatened to kill a judge and a police officer. Fox 5's Doug Evans has details on the case.
Investigators with the Coweta County Sheriff's Office played the video for me. It's about a 5-minute Facebook rant that was live at the time. It's filled with expletives, obscene gestures, and admission to guilt in an aggravated assault case. But what has Bartresa Orr in trouble with the law are threats to the lives of a judge and a Noonan police officer. Here's that Facebook video Coweta County Sheriff's investigators say landed 26-year-old Bartresa Orr in jail and charged with 2 felony counts of making terroristic threats. They say Orr had 2 arrest warrants for failure to appear in a criminal case in which she's accused of attempting to run people over with her car. It's that case, they say, that's the subject of her live post. Orr is heard admitting to aggravated assault and then turns her anger toward the judge in the case and is heard to threaten his life.
I'll put on a plate to eat you up. I don't even see how you sleep at night, sentencing people like you doing them.
She mentions putting them on a platter, which is it's street terminology for basically I'm going to beat you up or I'm going to kill you, put a hit out on you.
Investigators say Orr later directly threatens to kill the judge, warning that it was a promise. She's also accused of threatening to kill a Noonan police officer. Investigators have asked Fox 5 not to name the Superior Court judge in the case for safety reasons. Coweta County investigators say Bartrisa Orr is being held in their jail, charged with the 2 counts of making terroristic threats. Those are felonies. She's being held without bond. In Coweta County, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Hood rat business, man.
Like, yo, how
I'm just
dumb
gonna-
are these people, bro?
Right. That's dumb broad hood rat business
Like,
right
how
there.
dumb
man.
are you, bro? You gonna go on live and tell
Right.
people you're gonna kill the judge
And
and
you're
the
gonna kill
cop.
the cop. And the cop. Now, you know what though? Now let me segue. That's what your man name is that we just listened to. That's the shit he was talking about. That's the kind of dumb shit that he exactly was saying. You go and you say dumb shit.
Yo.
And that people co-sign. And it probably was people on there co-signing when she was talking that shit, right? Now her ass is exactly where she deserved to be, in jail. Hood rat business, man.
That's your queen. That's somebody.
Right. And somebody's calling that. She probably considered herself as a queen. But that's what he was talking about. It's funny that you segue right into that, but that's the dumb shit with some of these boys, just people in general. The dumb shit people do, right? And put themselves in situations. Prime example.
We're not